Good day and welcome to another episode. Today I want to talk about planetary defense, essentially, and how we can achieve it and for what purpose. I'm the Paradise Engineer and also futurist and the co-founder of the Alliance for Extraterrestrial Diplomatic Contact. Now, there's actually 3 points I want to talk about regarding planetary defense. Number one is just if we think of it as aggressors out there attacking us, that kind of defense. It's like asking a bunch of ants to protect against humans, for example. Like if we have civilizations out there that we haven't seen or detected yet, and they're reasonably close to the Earth, and they're able to come to the Earth, they are way more advanced than us because they're able to camouflage their signals within a number of light years, because we're able to scan the sky for quite a bit of time and receive signals for since SETI was born. So there would be primitive civilizations like us or close to us would be very far away, and we haven't detected them yet, and it would take them generations to get here. So that's not the type of threat that we need to worry about. The type of threats that could be possible is a civilization that's way more advanced, and therefore there is no way we can defend if there is any reason to. And I've talked about this in multiple videos here. There are many civilizations that are way more advanced than us, that have been observing us, interacting with us for thousands of years. They are benevolent, and they want, in general, they want us to wise up and become part of the galactic community, a collaborative community. And this is why one of my projects is to build an embassy for them when we're ready. And we should be ready soon to do that. So have direct contact. Otherwise, they are treating us like a zoo, a conservatory. So they are hiding from direct detection by normal means. And so they're not a threat, like from a planetary defense. However, we need to explore and understand our place in the universe. That means, as part of a more general defense measure, is to really understand what's out there, what's going on, what kind of objects are flying around. And we've had very limited so far methodologies and equipment to really scan the vastness of space, even in our own solar system, because it is like incredibly big distances. And if we want to have any clear view, we need to be in space, because then the atmosphere is not in the way to see in far distances. So the James Webb telescope is giving us a lot of new information about what's happening in the universe. But it was designed to see infrared and to see into the far past and the large distances, not so much seeing very close, although it can. There are other telescopes that are designed to see more proximity, like the Vera Rubin Observatory, which is a ground base. It's in Chile. It will start a survey of the sky in 2025, and it'll be able to scan the entire southern sky, the southern hemisphere, to increase the catalog of known asteroids by 10 or 100 times. So it's able to do that really quickly, scan the whole sky, taking a picture like every day or every couple of days of the whole southern sky. So that's more near observation to see what kind of objects could potentially hit the Earth. So that's another, the biggest threat to us is not another civilization, that could be out there, to attack us. I've written an article many years ago saying, like, an extraterrestrial civilization that would attack us in some way or try to enslave us or whatever would only do it for religious reasons. There's no rational reason to do anything like that. So it is possible, but it's unlikely. So the Vera Observatory is a good example, and there's another telescope that will be going around the sun in 2027 at the L1 Lagrange point of the sun. That is the NASA's NEO surveyor, and that is planned to be launched, and it's going to be specifically designed to look at asteroids using special cameras, usually infrared. because asteroids are, especially small ones, reflect very little light, so they're hard to see using optics like normal light, for example. So use infrared and other measures. So this is the first step of being able to defend the Earth against disaster, like an asteroid impact, is to be able to see clearly, and that's underway. We have more tools coming online. We're able to do it. We're able to go to space faster, easier, thanks to SpaceX and other initiatives. So that's one point. The other point about planetary defense, which is related to what I just talked about, is objects that may or may not be artificial. Like in 2022, we had an object called Oumuamua that really baffled scientists at the time because it was a very extremely strange shape, and it accelerated away from the sun when it went close to the sun without a comet trail. And that's extremely unusual. So doctors like Avi Loeb, for example, proposed that it could be artificial, and so changing course basically, or directing itself away, like a solar sail, when it came close to the sun, indicating that it came from another civilization and was probably just passing by. Could be taking some measurements and telemetry as it passed by. But anyway, that it could have been man-made or intelligence-made, sentience-made, right? Now, there's another object that's coming towards the solar system that is a little odd, and that's the three-eyed Atlas, or some people call it three-eyed Borisov, right? And that is like 12 kilometers across. It's going to come about as close to the Earth as Mars is, so it's not that close, but still within fairly short distance, 1.8 astronomical units from the Earth. Will be, and we've spotted it. It's going to come close in about December 2025. We started monitoring it, and it does have a bit of an odd behavior to it, but nothing conclusive. So we are doing the job. We're starting to do the job of looking out and seeing what's out there. And we may see artificially created objects, and we may see we're probably going to see a lot of natural objects. And that's the first step of planetary defense, is to be able to detect what could be dangerous, to see what's happening. So we have eyes and ears instead of being completely blind and just hoping. And the third part, or the final part of planetary defense, is that if you identify an object that is in collision course, for example, right? Like I said, the extraterrestrial hypothesis that they come here and they're highly advanced, like we don't have any defense against that, and it's impossible to really defend, and there's no reason for them to come and be aggressive anyway. So let's put that aside for now, because there's nothing really more to talk about. What if it's an asteroid? Well, not that long ago, this is also 2022. There was a mission from NASA called the DART mission, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test. And basically, there was an asteroid that had like a little mini asteroid that's orbiting it. That was coming reasonably close to the Earth, but not in collision course. So NASA planned a trip, and it was like 6 months away, right? It was like a long things away. So the plan for an asteroid like that, if you want it to avoid collision, is you take it as far away as possible from collision, so as much time as you can, and you crash something into it. And that's what DART did. They crashed a little satellite into the little orbiting tiny satellite that orbited the big one. Dimorphos, I think the name of the asteroid was. And if you deflect its trajectory, you can measure that. And it's all you need, really. If it's 6 months away and traveling at really high speed, you deflect it by a quarter of a degree or something like that, like just a tiny amount. Doesn't take a massive impact to do that. You can do it with something reasonably small at high speed. It's going to miss the Earth because think about it. If you're shooting a gun like a sniper rifle, right, 1 kilometer away, and you have your sight directly on your target, you can hit like within, let's say, 10 centimeters, at a high precision because you're really, really good. Okay, great. So that's your trajectory, and the Earth is on the other side, right? Well, we know from movies and other and just like doing the calculations, if there's a little bit of wind, right, that you can't see, that could deflect that bullet. If it's a kilometer away. If it's 10 kilometers away, that same wind is going to be deflected by several meters. Like there's no chance you're going to hit your target because it's just too far and the bullet is not moving fast enough. It just takes a little bit of a nudge to change the trajectory so it doesn't hit the mark, right? So this is what the dark missions show, that we could do that. So if we can detect the asteroids, so the new telescope and James Webb and the observatory in Chile, detect them sooner, we can calculate the trajectory. So, okay, it's going to hit Earth, or it's going to high chance of hit Earth. Now you can send a rocket to deflect it, and now it doesn't hit Earth anymore. And that's how you can defend the planet against those threats. You just deflect it. So the ability to observe the sky with high quality, high precision, everything that's happening allows us to map and track all those objects. And we can effectively deflect anything we need to deflect. And we don't need to worry about it anymore. We'll just let the deflection agency do its job, and deflects when something that puts the planet at risk. So instead of colonizing Mars or colonizing the moon or things like that to safeguard humanity, we can create a system that makes sure the planet doesn't get destroyed by asteroid impact or something else that comes out at us from space. So that's it. So planetary defense is a way to move into the next generation of our species, where we become planetary or multiplanetary. We're able to protect our own planet. We're able to move to different planets. We're starting to get there. We're able to see everything that's happening, and starting also to interact with extraterrestrial civilizations that are more advanced than us and exchange knowledge through an embassy. So we are doing all these things and preparing ourselves for all these activities, and it's exciting. So hope you enjoyed the episode. Please write a comment and feedback in the chat. If you want to ask a question, go ahead, and talk to you next time. Cheers.